Hi everybody. How's it going? Everything going alright with you guys? Hope so. Wanted to make a functional ram air hood scoop for this Corvette. So I'm making it, starting off by painting the radiator hoses that I forgot to put on. I'll have to get them in there somehow. I ain't worried about it right now. Anyway, forgot to add this on the last video. I missed it. I missed it on my phone. Just totally missed it. Hitting the plug wires where they chipped. I'm going to try to get the stuff that ship modelers make for coloring brass black. It's a chemical. Not sure what it is. I've seen it, but I don't remember the name of it, so I was going to order some. And I'm also painting the inside of the fender wells, which I never painted. And they weren't primed either. So anyway, there we go. Sooner or later we'll get to the hood here. What I'm doing is I noticed some spots I missed on the suspension on, you'll never see it, but I wanted to hit it. Okay. Now we're getting to making the hood scoop functional for a model. Right there, I'm measuring what I thought was the center. I also did it off the car to know about where the back end of the air cleaner was compared to the hood by laying it on the fenders where there's notches for it. Hopefully it's accurate enough. This piece of plastic struck tubing, I got a big one down there, as you can see, that will fit the diameter of the circle I got there, so I'm going around that to make it bigger, knowing that it's probably going to be a little short, a little tight. Actually, it wouldn't fit at all. So here I'm taking bending that so it goes around it, trying to get it there. Using a piece of wire, trying to. Then I glue it very lightly to hold it together and let it set. I want to say I did it overnight. I think it did, because the next one I did, and it was an hour or so later I got back to it. Yeah, this is the second time, and I'm gluing a little piece of 10 thousandths card to it as a reinforcement. I knew I'm going to cut it apart. I glued it so lightly that I could just flip it off, the extra one, but I wanted to hold that shape for a while until I get it glued in. And in other words, it keeps wanting to spread open. And then I let this set overnight the first time, and now I'm just increasing the, there we go. All right. Then I screwed up here. Notice I did a half circle, and I was like, wait a minute, dummy. Yeah. So I drew a full circle. It encompasses the air cleaner. Gotta have a full circle for that, right? Because the top of the hood is acting like an air box, and this is the bottom of the air box. And the air filter fits up through the bottom. At least that's what I've seen on the photos I've seen of it. So it's kind of triangular box shaped. Goes from they actually got a, what is it called, Bernoulli effect going on with it, where high pressure going so that it speeds the air up, being squeezed down into a small area, then the air will shoot through the other side, pressurizing it. At least that's what I think. What do I know? I'm not a scientist. Anyway, that ring is supposed to just protrude a little bit on the top of the airbox. So it's like a rubber seal. It's some sort of seal. I don't know why you need rubber seal, but keep the air going. And the filter is the filter. It's still on the carburetor. So I'm just fitting it in there, trying to get it to slowly figure out where it needs to be, and I also cut it to fit the scoops. It goes, it tapers towards the back. Typical aerodynamic shape. Coke bottle. How's that grab you? Area rule. Any of you guys know anything about aircraft? Tell me what area rule is. I know what it is. So, actually, the C3 Corvette was designed around area rule. Unfortunately, it goes below Mach speed, so I don't know how much it does good for you. But right now, I'm just going around cleaning up just cleaning off the paint. Like I said, I didn't prime the bottom of the hood, and this is Vallejo, and notice it comes off beautifully. Yeah, that ain't funny. You gotta prime Vallejo. You got to. Otherwise, it just you can flake it off unless you let it dry for like a year. I don't know. I bought some of their primer here last week, it's black. I bought black primer to give it a try. It says you have to wait 24 hours before you can spray. I'm like, well, we'll give it a try. I'll let you guys know how it works. I'm doing the outside framing to the hood, and on the actual, obviously I downloaded Corvette hoods, and one with a functional scoop and ones with non-functional, and surprisingly they're heavily, the bracing that runs fore and aft, front to back, is very heavy. Looks like about 1.5 2 inches thick and about 3.5 inches wide. Just looking at it, it looks very heavy. And then the front and the back, that goes, the width of the car is smaller. They're still somewhat beefy, but nowhere near it. Anyway, I cut this paper template to trace around for the inside hole. Crudely done, but quickly. I figured I could straighten everything up. The notches you see in there, that's for the model's hood hinges, which will not be. They're on the hood still. I kept them, but they won't have the notches in them because don't need to be. It's going to be inside the notches. So I'm trying it out. I'm going, that looks a little too wide. I'm going back through and marking it, shortening it up where I think it needs to be. I could, scale it, honestly. But something like this, and just, good luck. The amount of goofing around you got to do. You get a photograph of it. You got your hood. You measure your hood and times the scale 25. And that converts it into the regular size it is. So then you print off a piece of paper with the hood on it. Then you got to figure out the scale it's in, and then you can convert back and forth between the two. As long as it ain't, you can do it with it on an angle, but you can only do like one spot and just guess the rest. But I had to do that a lot in World War I aircraft, because there's drawings, but there ain't a lot of stuff. You just got to figure it out. If you're scratch building it, not if you're buying a kit. Well, I'm waiting for it to turn to winter. Oh, I guess I'm not. Trying to be very careful here that the front side of the top side is finished, and I'm lucky I didn't ruin it here in a second. I'm using my glue with the plastic in it, and the crap drooled out. I almost put it in a puddle, didn't notice it. I didn't notice the puddle on the thing, and I'm getting very close. There, I finally seen it. I'm flipping that over. Oh my God, I'd have died. I'm working on the inside one, trying to get it to fit better so it fits flush. Must got it there because I'm gluing it in. And it's going right over a piece I had to make for the model anyway, for the hood scoop. Because if you cut the scoop back, you could see clear through. Didn't have that depth it should have had. So, at least in my opinion. Now I'm closing the box off, the air box. Closing the rear end off so the air don't flow out and over the hood. Just trial and error real quick, doesn't take long. Gluing that in, and I let this set a while. Don't let this movie fool you. I'm cutting it now. That's what I meant. A couple of scores. A little rough handling with the tweezers. Sand the edges rounded because it's fiberglass. You don't want to capture with a sharp edge, I don't think. Anyway, I'm adding this notch. I noticed it's only on one side of the hood. I don't know what it's next to. Never really paid attention. I'll have to look at that and see what's there that they needed that notch for. I don't know. Right now I'm just cleaning, I'm sanding that center down more even. I can do it more if for some reason it doesn't want to fit. Giving it a coat of black real quick. This actually dried real quick today. I was shocked. It's kind of humid out, but I was shocked how quick this black paint dried today. Seems like I'm always waiting for something to dry. I really do like Vallejo paints, but it's really good with brushing. You might see a lot of looks like brush streaks, but the stuff just shrinks down really good. I'm getting my 3 colors out for black, gray, and neutral gray, because I'm working in highlights or the parts that would stick out more. The stuff I'm painting now is actually black gray. Already went around the scoop part. Now I'm doing it where I'm thinking it's going to hit where the hood bows down, so it's going to be darker in the center and lighter towards the outside. Faded that back into the hood, and then I'm going to go back and go around the whole thing with a watered black right there. So I'm doing the little lighter and where I'm thinking it's the light's going to hit when the hood's open. And then give a little bit of a lighter coat on the ring. And I did some around inside. Right now it's doing all gray again. Now I'm mixing some black because that's still damp, and I'm just running a ring to separate one from the other and give it a kind of a shadow look. Then I'm going back and running a shadow around all the elevated edges at the base, and then you hit it with some water. That's what I'm doing, and you just kind of fade it in while it's still damp. It'll just fade right in. Try that with enamel. Good luck. Anyway, that's what it looks like. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. We'll find out if it's going to work. Have a good week. Like, please. That really gets my name out there. And subscribe if you wish. Thank you, guys. Thanks for watching, all of you.